Leonardo da Vinci Extraordinary Ideas of a Marvelous Genius. Leonardo da Vinci just put down his brush and muttered with a lightened heart, "Phew, Tilda, it's finally finished. It took me 3 years to finish this piece." The picture in front of him was The Last Supper. It was a piece about Judas who betrayed Jesus. Da Vinci was quite satisfied with his own piece that he took a lot of effort into. Da Vinci was not the first one to draw The Last Supper. Many artists had already depicted the story into images before, even though that people felt the refreshing sensation of encountering an entirely new piece when they saw Da Vinci's The Last Supper. Other painters made Judas too obvious. He would be sitting alone on the opposite side of the table, and so, yes, they have been too engrossed in the betrayal part only. Then what was so different about Da Vinci's The Last Supper? First of all, he painted Judas among the other 12 apostles. Also, he grouped them into 4 groups of 3. Furthermore, he put 3 windows in the background behind Jesus. When an art enthusiast wondered about the reason behind this in the future, an authoritative researcher of Da Vinci explained with a probable interpretation. The 4 groups from 12 apostles symbolize the 4 Gospels. The art enthusiast asked again, "Do you mean the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John?" "Yes, I do." Furthermore, the 3 windows in the background symbolize the Trinity of the Holy Father, the Son, and the Spirit. The enthusiast gasped in an enthralled face. Dear Lord, this picture is not simply an art piece, but like a mathematical construction. Like this, Da Vinci's idea of the Last Supper was completely different from his predecessors. He did not only focus on the betrayal of Judas. An art has to contain artistic value. If the story comes first, the quality of art is decreased. Because of this thought, Da Vinci tried to express formative aesthetics. In other words, looking like it is 3-dimensional in his arts, so he could create with his individuality even with the same subject. Da Vinci was not a fast artist. When he decided on a subject, he would study on it for days and nights. In what formation should I draw this subject? What faces do the characters in the picture make? Even when he started drawing, he would often ponder upon what to adjust. This looks like the best for now, but I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Da Vinci was very thorough and meticulous. That was the reason behind him taking 3 years to finish The Last Supper. Also, Da Vinci was always researching for something. One day, he was up on a hill on the outskirts of Florence, gazing down on his village. His friend, who was taking a stroll with him, wondered about this behavior and asked, "Are you looking for something, Leonardo?" But Da Vinci did not even flinch, as if he did not hear what his friend said. Then he shouted at his friend as though he made a great discovery. "Yes, that's it," Da Vinci continued as he was facing his friend, whose eyes widened like dinner plates. "Until now, artists have been drawing farther objects smaller and closer objects larger, as in the law of perspective. I know that. But why?" The friend could not understand what Da Vinci was making such a fuss about it. Da Vinci's voice got larger. "You cannot draw the object just smaller. Look, the silhouette and the color get blurrier as it gets farther." Finally, the friend understood why Da Vinci was so deep in his thoughts. Da Vinci's spirit of research did not end there. He was interested not only in art, but also in mathematics, physics, astronomy, geography, architecture, engineering, mechanics, botany, music, and even anatomy. Please call for me when you are performing an autopsy for medical research. His knowledge of anatomy helped him a lot in his drawings because he could reproduce the muscles and bone structure very accurately. It is said that he had watched over 30 bodies being dissected. Da Vinci's enthusiasm for research and multifaceted talent was a big talk of the people. Hey, do you know an artist named Leonardo da Vinci? Of course I do. Some call him an amazing genius. One day, a well-known rich man, Francesco del Giocondo, visited da Vinci with his wife. "Greetings, sir. I want my wife's portrait drawn. I will pay you generously." Giocondo knew about da Vinci for his famous artistry, but he was a little rude. Da Vinci was about to refuse the proposal, but he changed his mind as he saw the wife. Long hair and wide forehead, straight nose, and subtle smile. Yes, I might want to draw this person. So da Vinci put his brushes to work yet again. Lisa del Giocondo visited da Vinci every day. She thought the portrait would finish within at most 2 to 3 months. But it did not seem to finish even when a year passed. "When can I see the picture?" "It's far from being finished, my lady. Please wait patiently." In fact, da Vinci was trying a new technique for this portrait. It was later named sfumato. It was a technique of allowing tones and colors to shade the outline. It allows to distinguish eyes, nose, mouth, and more just by the small changing of the tones. The picture painted with sfumato technique was special. It formed a mysterious atmosphere with a softened outline as if covered with hazy fog. The subtle smile was especially the best. After 4 years, da Vinci finally took his hands off the portrait. Even then, he was not satisfied. I don't know about other people, but it's still an unfinished piece for me. The piece that da Vinci put so much effort into was Mona Lisa.